third contestant is Jefferson. The title of his speech is The Palisades Resort. The Palisades Resort, Jefferson.
What did we ever do before iPhones and cell phones? How did we ever get from one place to another? How could we ever find a point on a map without technology? Well, as a young boy looking back, I can now look back and laugh wholeheartedly at some of our adventures as a family. We lived in southern Arizona, and we wanted to go and see Bryce Canyon. My namesake, Bryce. On our way up, we took a trip through Las Vegas and on up through St. George. And then we decided we wanted to see Zions for the first time. We didn't realize that this little road cut through. It looks really small on the map. Looks like it cut through the 15. Looks like it would just take an hour or two to get through. But as we started our journey through, it took 4 or 5 hours, and we found ourselves at a ranger station asking a wildfire ranger for directions. How do you get to Ephraim, Utah from here? We asked. We were many hours away. He finally set us straight, made our way, finally, to the Palisades Resort. Now let me back up just a little bit. We had been invited by my grandparents for a family reunion for the first time on my mom's side to go to a full-fledged resort. Now when you think of a resort, what comes to mind? Don't you think sitting poolside, appetizers, virgin margaritas, just laying in the sun or playing in the pool, just relaxing? We have these images conjured up in our mind as we arrive at the Palisades Resort, only to find its main feature is the horseshoe pit. And we just finished the horseshoe tournament, and Fred and Bob were crowned the champions as we walked up looking for the concierge to welcome us to our stay and take our luggage. We realized we would have to take our luggage ourselves, and we took it upstairs. By the way, this Palisades Resort, each room had different carpet. It was amazing how they found ways to tie it together. The mosaics were just amazing. And as we checked into our room, we saw a nice little sign written in black marker. Please keep the doors closed to help us keep out the flies. As we entered, we saw why. There was fly tape hanging from each corner of the room and hundreds of dead flies hanging from the fly tape. The Palisades Resort. Soon we realized this may be the last resort for our family. As we got into the room, we noticed a strange thing. The floor was not even, and it went into a drain in the middle of the floor. We went over and opened the bathroom door, and sure enough, the shower drained in the middle of the bedroom. When you have a big family and a room sleeps 8, maybe there's going to be a few differences. There were queen beds in each corner, and one of the beds was a little helter-skelter. So I decided to check it out. I got underneath the bed, and sure enough, the corner of the bed was held up by a nice big boulder, holding the bed up so that it wouldn't. How nice of them. As we checked in as a family and began to think about this resort experience, we began to just laugh and laugh and laugh. We happened to open the closet door to hang some clothes up, and an electrical wire was hanging down. It looked very dangerous. We continue to laugh about this resort vacation that we've taken as a family. The next day, because it was a family reunion, we had aunts and uncles who had, for some reason, not chosen to stay the night at the Palisades Resort. Now, they were locals, and you think, why wouldn't they want to get away from home? But as they arrived, they all took part in the family's big activity, and that was the swimming. And at the resort, they had an outdoor, well, should I call it indoor, water slide that started at the top. It was a ball pit with plastic balls for the kids to play in. While the big kids got into the slide, it went outside of the motel resort, and continued on down around and came back inside the motel to a little swimming pool. It was all held up by scaffolding that looked like it would teeter and fall at any moment. So when Uncle Scott and Uncle Brad and Uncle Brian decided to take the slide all at once, we thought half the family was going down the tubes. If you ever get the chance to go to the Palisades Resort, please don't. And Mr. Gump said it right. Life is like a box of chocolates. He was sure right. You never do know what you're going to get. Thank you.